Hi guys, it's thy mighty goat perverter back again, and today I'm going to be showing you how I record and edit my gameplay so that I can upload it to YouTube. This was actually requested by StrikeOnImpactTV. So yeah, let's get into this. What I do is, first of all, I record using Total Media Extreme. Of course, I use the Hapog HD PVR, and I always record with the PlayStation 3 setting. I don't use the Xbox 360 setting because it creates MP4 videos, and I really don't like the quality of those versus the M2TS files that the PlayStation 3 creates. So it's just more of a preference thing. The settings as far as the HUPOG are concerned, I pretty much leave those at default. I believe I turned up the bit rate a bit. You can also turn it up, but any much more than this is just going to create larger files, and depending on your PC's processing speed, it's going to just take you a longer time to get certain things done when you're editing those high bitrate videos. So I leave it at 13.5. These are the settings that the Xbox is outputting right now, 9.0 Mbps. Alright, those are the settings I use in the Hawk. Now, this is nothing special, just my Xbox dashboard. So we'll close out of this program here, Total Media Extreme, and we'll go into Sony Vegas Pro. This is what I use to actually edit the gameplay. As a matter of fact, you can see that I have what is this, Alan Wake here. I'll just delete this so that I'll show you everything from scratch. We go ahead and we'll open a video file. See, we have some Limbo, Earthworm Jim, Blacklight Tango Down. We'll go ahead and open up that Alan Wake video, and it'll pop it right onto the timeline like this. This is how it'll always show up. At this point, you can do whatever you want with the video. There aren't many things that I do with the video once I have it on the timeline. One thing I will do, because the Hopog by default creates this border from the top and along the right side that if it's not cropped out, you will always see there. So one of the things that I always do, I always by habit, I'll go in and I'll change that. And the way in which we do that is we'll right click the video on the timeline and we'll go to Video Event Pan Crop. At that point, you can use your mouse to kind of pan in and pan out. I'll just pan it enough so that the actual borders are cropped out. Once you've done that, you can save your setting. That way you don't all have to always do this. So I have a preset that I use, PVR HD, that automatically does the cropping out for me. Once that's done, close out of here. Another thing that I'll do with some videos, depending on the coloring, the contrast, the brightness, I'll clean those things up a bit, and that doesn't require much work from you. It would simply be a matter of choosing a setting. For instance, this looks like it has a little bit too much brightness, so I will just go a bit darker with something like that. You can just grab one of these settings and drag it onto the timeline, and you see it darkened up the video a bit. From that point forward, you can tweak it to your likeness, bring it brighter, bring it a bit darker. You know, that right there seems about right to me. Maybe a little less brightness. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That looks great to me. So I'll just do that and then close out. At that point, our brightness is in check and it's where we need it to be. At that point, I don't do much else with the video. I pretty much leave everything else. The only thing I do is, you'll see as we have that little goat tag there, I'll throw things like that into certain videos, not all of them. So we'll delete this and I'll show you from scratch how we do that. The first thing that we do is we create another video track in the timeline to actually add that text. So on the timeline, you want to right click and choose Insert Video Track. It'll drop down your original project and leave an empty track for you to add another video if you wanted to, you know, do things like picture in picture and such. But just to add the video for the I'm sorry, not the video, but add the text, we drop that line in there. Then we go to our insert tools here and we choose text media. As you can see, sample text comes up by default. At that point, you can delete it to put whatever you want to have in there. I'll just put perv. You can then choose the settings for the size, bring it up or down depending on what you like, and you have the ability to adjust the coloring and the settings and all these other little things here as far as the the, the text is concerned. That's pretty much all that needs to be done. Of course, when you're done, you go to the placement tab and you drag your item to the portion of the video you want it to be. Wherever you want it to be, you just let it lay there. You close out of this, and this will then put your generated media right there on the timeline. Of course, it'll only show up in this little area, so you want to just drag it out so it fills up the entire length of your video. So we have it all the way to the end there, and we'll drag it out all the way to the beginning over here. So it's filling up the entire timeline at that point. And from this point forward, the only thing that's really left to do, as far as me, I don't really get too creative with the videos. You can do other things, adding transitions and just really getting creative. I don't usually get creative with my videos. So once that's all done, you want to record your gameplay, of course. So you hit the record button here, and this will then begin recording your voice. As you can see, it started recording midway through the video. That's only because of where the cursor was. If you want to avoid things like that, of course, you're going to, well, first of all, let's just delete this that we created there by mistake. I'll just scroll down a bit and we'll delete. And it also created two audio tracks, so we don't need two. We'll delete this track, we'll delete that track. All right, good. So at this point, it deleted the video track, Sony Vegas. Anyway, you want to bring the cursor to the beginning and then hit the record button. It'll start recording from the beginning. As you can see, it didn't delete my video track. Little quirks like this you'll run into, but you can of course delete that. As you can see, it's showing that my voice is being recorded. The video is playing in the background as my voice recording is going on. When you're done, you hit the stop button and it saves to default folder, but you can of course change that, rename, whatever you want to do here. I'm just gonna choose delete because well, actually I'll choose done, and that's the audio file there. I'll go ahead and delete that duplicate track. There we go. So our audio is right now sitting right below our video, and that's pretty much all that I do is in regards to the video itself. Let's go ahead and just reinsert our generated our text media, since that disappeared for some reason. Well, I have a couple of default settings. Goat Perverter is one of them. There we go. It popped it right back in there, and we'll drag that back out. There we go. We have our audio, we have our generated media, we have our video, we have everything. So at this point now, it's time to just render out the video that you have. So I'll click on the render as button, and Sony Vegas has a couple of default templates. The default template that I use is the AVC 1920 by 1080 60i setting for the video quality that I'm rendering out, and I'll save my file as an .m2ts. So you choose save as Sony AVC with the M2TS setting template 1920 by 1080 and 60i. You of course have the ability to click on custom and make adjustments to the video, audio, everything you want to adjust. I don't really adjust anything because I'm happy with the way it comes out at these default template settings. You can also adjust it to do lower quality if you have a lower processor. Your processor isn't that great. I wouldn't suggest using such a high setting, but it's what brings those videos to the quality that it does on YouTube. And once that's done, you go ahead and you click save as, and Sony Vegas will render out your video for you. And that's pretty much all that I do in order to record gameplay, guys. I hope you guys found this to be informative. Thanks for watching. It's been Goat Perverter, and I'm out. Peace.